What is up, guys? It's your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here with our Week 6 team builder going against my great buddy, my good brother Jesse, aka not a suspect, and his Seattle Dragonites. Jesse, my friend, has just had a very bad luck season. I think at this point he is probably number 20 out of 20 coaches. So essentially, he's kind of out of the run-ins for playoffs. But he's gonna probably just try to win some games and stuff like that. But we're here, and this is going to be probably a really decently good matchup with us. So if you guys can, hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe to join the Phil Sugar crew today. And if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, be a part of the Phil Sugar crew today. I may have repeated myself, but I don't care. Let's break down what my boy Jesse's got. He's got Mega Scizor, which is arguably probably the best Mega in this type of format with no hidden power. Like, literally is one of the most busted, broken Megas that was debated on being banned this season. Was literally being debated on whether banned, but it literally passed the legalization by one vote, I think. He's got a Tapu Fini, which pairs beautifully with this Mon. Araquanid, which gives him another Webs user. Another Water type, but again, halves the damage from Water type moves, can't be burned from Skull Burns, and doubles its own Water Stab, which I think is really good versus my team. Salazzle, I think, is going to be a massive threat versus us because it's one of the only. Well, to be honest, it's only the real answer against Caparaja. We've got Crocodile, which I think can come with an Intimidate Scarf set, which could be a problem if it gets out of hand. Actually, I want to change something at the last second here. But he's got a Licky Licky, which I fully expect him to bring. Licky Licky stops weather control on my team, and if Licky Licky gets that weather off, we're kind of basically screwed. Because then any potential setup for a sand team basically is out the wazoo. But, spoiler alert, I'm not bringing sand this week. So he's also got Noivern, which has some somewhat likelihood of being coming in this matchup if he really wanted to bring it. Galarian Corsola, which has the chance to show up as well because of Will-O-Wisp and everything like that. So that could be something we have to be very much have to look out for there. Xurkitree, which is a semi-threatening Pokemon, really didn't get the best moves in this game, but it's a relatively decent, keyword decent Scarfer, a fantastic Specs user under Webs, relatively decently good Pokemon, still for else to play with Duck. Hitmonlee, which is one of his only forms of hazard removal. These other forms are Defog and stuff. But Rapid Spin is also good. The things of like Unburden is not as good, but still good support options to grab it to with the speed boost is still really good. Avis Magius, which is something I really don't expect him to bring. If he was to bring his ghost types, I definitely think Corsola fits the bill better. But Miss Magius just is another form of spin blocker and gave someone ground immunity, which he really does not have besides Noivern, and just a relatively decently good ghost type. So let's break down the team we have for you guys this week. First up, when I look at his team, I see such a hard time breaking Caparaja. Caparaja is even though I say it like this, guys, I love saying it like this. But Caparaja, throwing 120 in HP, 180 in attack with the adamant nature, 84 defense, 124 spit def. This thing is basically designed to where we can get a plus. If we can get our spit def boosted, it's basically going to be able to take any hits from anything on his team. Running the heavy metal ability, which means heavy slam plus heavy heat crash will basically do more weight door damage to the point where heavy slam should be pretty much 2 KOing all of his mons that we want 2 KO'd or one-shotting, and heat crash being able to potentially one-shot the Mega Scizor, and if not, 1v1ing the Mega Scizor. We have Iron Defense there for longevity purposes, so we can take hits better, and then Stone Edge is there so we can hit things like the Araquanid and to be able to hit the Salazzle. I do not expect Choice Specs Salazzle this week. I expect probably a Life Orb set, or if he's a Toxin Poison set. We don't know. It really just comes down to what he wants to bring versus us. I'm next bringing Virax with Weakness Policy. Weakness Policy set really is going to be good this one. We're running dual defensive this week with 136 in HP, 148 attack, adamant nature. With the +1, we should be faster than the majority of his team. Iron Defense plus Dragon Dance is really good. Stone Age is really good for the Araquanid, the Salazzle, and stuff like that. And then Body Press pretty much just cleans up his entire team. Obviously, if he brings things like his Ghost types, it's going to be a bit of a problem. But again, I really kind of see a struggle of him wanting to bring his Ghost types. And another thing as well is if a Corsola wants to 1v1 me, I basically can just Dragon Dance in front of it constantly. And even if it tries to burn me, it's just weakening my attack. And plus, I can just stall out that thing on turns and then just slowly but surely chip it down. It would potentially probably PP stall me out. But again, if we get to the point where I can PP stall it out first, then my body pressures are basically good to go versus this entire team. Yes, not having Crunch is risky, and I do understand that risk, but I think it's the set that we really need to go out. Because we need to go with Fonz, because we lose one more game, we have to literally win out. I have not yet still played my game with Zippy, which I don't know if I'm going to be playing that game versus Zippy. Zippy has not gotten in contact with me yet, because he got really far behind in other leagues as well. So, if Z and Zippy do not battle within week 6, then at the beginning of week 7, I will receive a forfeit win, which then means I will be 2-4. No, 2-3, my bad. I just probably jinxed myself for this matchup now. 2-3, which then gives us a better chance at the playoff contention, because right now, as I recently checked with us, we are now ranked around number 15, which if you're in the top 15, you're the best or the best. I want to fight for that playoff spot. So I'm still in this. I cannot lose 2 more games. If I lose 2 more games, then that's pretty much it. That's my career out of the window, and I can just barely fight to hit top 15. So that's something. We're bringing back Guitar Hero this week, and I'm really hoping we put in work. We have not been able to do anything with Toxtricity so far, and it really upsets me because I love this Pokemon. But Toxtricity, I think, can finally put in the work. We're running Timid Nature with enough speed to outspeed Salazzle by 1 point, 140 in HP for bulk, max special attack with the Life Orb. Basically, after a Shift Gear, I'm faster than everything on his team. I believe, actually, this is also faster than Scarf Crocodile once I get a Shift Gear. And Boom Burst pretty much kills Crocodile, unless, in my luck, I get the low roll. But on that, Boom Burst hits everything on his team, then Overdrive hits everything on his team. Volt Switch is great for momentum purposes and stuff like that. But again, Boom Burst plus Overdrive will just destroy his team so easily unless he brings Soul Vest User, which if he doesn't, it's basically going to be GG for him right off the get-go. I'm not sure in Phoenix this week are Talonflame with Swords Dance, Brave Bird, Roost, Flare Blade, 7-2 in HP for a tiny bit of bulk, max attack, and enough speed to outspeed everything on his team that is not a choice Scarf. And basically, once I get a Swords Dance off, there is no switch-ins to my team. Basically, the goal is to get this in against Scizor and then set up a Swords Dance when the Finny comes in, and basically set up another Swords Dance on the Finny, or go for some raw damage on Finny. But basically, the goal is to keep this thing as healthy as possible versus the Finny, and then just click Sharp Beak Boosted Brave Bird, which at +2 should already pretty much guarantee a 2-hit KO if he's not fully Fizz Death, but at +4 has a chance probably to one-shot him, if not cripple him down, in that sense of the regard. So, basically, once this Talonflame goes in, this Talonflame just goes in. There's not all else I can say. Up next, we're bringing Mr. Vish, who we have not had the best success with, but have some really decent success with. Mr. Vish, our Dracovish, is rocking that Choice Scarf this week with the Adamant Nature, enough speed to outspeed the Salazzle by 1 point, so we are faster than his entire team. With Facade, in case he wants to try to Will-O-Wisp me and try to cripple me down. Vicious Rend, which is basically Spamwolf versus his entire team. Outrage is really good because it lets me not automatically force block into something, but once we get rid of Finny, I can be okay. Once we either weaken down the Scizor in significantly amount to a point where Outrage is a 2-shot on switch in, then basically Outrage is spammable versus his entire team. And Crunch is there again for potentially maybe that Corsola, an option to where we can basically 1 to 2-shot that thing on the backburn right there. But again, I'm pretty much just clicking Vicious Rends versus his entire team. And last but not least, this wasn't really a toss-up. There was a lot of... Because, the first 5 were relatively somewhat easy to guess, but then the last one was really up in the air. There was things like Azelf I wanted to put on here. Rabombi, which was one of the new mons we got through transactions. I decided to maybe try to upload one, but then I was like, nah, actually, let's not do it. So, we do now have Rabombi over Orbeetle. No, actually, I kind of wish I had Orbeetle, because Orbeetle then could have been relatively decent or better than this one. But, it is what it is. But, Rabombi was really easy, but if we didn't get rid of Scizor, Rabombi could not be able to put in the work we wanted to. Grimmsnarl was so close to being on this team with weakness policy as well, but he just didn't get it worked out. So we went with Gladiator with 92 HP, max attack Adamant, and enough speed to outspeed a fully Fizz Death Finny. With 1 Swords Dance, Leap Blade, plus Close Combat, plus Facade, it's clicking buttons versus some teams, and I should make sure I am scrappy so that way I can get that right. But that's going to be the team, guys. hopefully we have a good match against my buddy Jesse. Until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shocker, the United States Hedgehog. I'll see you guys later.